Today's courtroom drama is anything but ordinary. Satara Portillo stands before the judge for sentencing after failing to follow court-mandated drug treatment. But as we dig deeper, we'll uncover missed chances, conflicting emotions, and a stunning moment where the judge calls out her second violation. She's already burned through one probation, now the stakes are higher. With her kids, her freedom, and a possible life sentence on the line, the courtroom hangs in suspense. Is this a case of second chances? Or final consequences? Buckle up, because what's about to unfold is a sobering reminder of how fast it can all fall apart. Let's dive in.
I would have thought that we would have completed by now. The results didn't go on the day. It wasn't submitted on the day that the court required. So it took a little while to get her in. So right now we're just waiting. It was submitted on the 21st. So I thought it would be in by yesterday, today, but it still says today.
Okay. All right. Ms. Portillo, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand. How many children do you have?
2,
What are their ages?
6 and 14.
Are you employed?
And
What do you do?
managed properties, apartments,
Okay. How long have you been doing that?
8 years.
And does anyone live with you other than your children, or do your children live with you?
Yes, they do.
All right, anyone else stay with you?
My aunt as well.
When is the last time you've used any type of substance
I haven't used any type of substance.
in your lifetime?
Well, no, it's been quite a while.
So my question is, when is the last time?
Probably about a year and a half ago.
And what drugs were you using a year and a half ago?
Marijuana.
Now this is a critical moment. Tara admits she used marijuana about a year and a half ago. While that might not sound extreme to some, in the eyes of the court, this acknowledgement raises red flags about her recovery path, especially in a sentencing hearing tied to a drug offense. Even casual admissions can weigh heavily. It's a reminder of how your past, even if years behind, often walks right into the courtroom with you. What do you think? Should the court be more forgiving here, or is this part of a larger pattern of non-
8 years deferred adjudication, $2,000 fine probated, a patch until further notice. I'm going to want a TAP evaluation done and follow all TAP recommendations. And counsel, if TAP recommends inpatient treatment, you'll need to come back to court.
Yes, sir.
There's to be 200 hours community service restitution. She's to complete parenting classes, and those hours will be waived once parenting classes are completed. And probation, you can decide which parenting classes you all think would be appropriate for her. Proof of employment. Y'all need to whisper proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. I'm going to want field visits one time every 3 months, random. And that's until further notice. Who is Michael Portillo? That's your
son.
juvenile child, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is Maria Avalos?
My ex-mother-in-law.
There's to be no contact with Maria Guadalupe Aveles. I guess that's how you pronounce it. Aviles. Aveles.
Could I say something though?
Sure.
Oh. Well, because my mother-in-law, we do have a lot of contact with her daughter. So we have to.
8 years deferred adjudication, a $2,000 fine. Community service, parenting classes, job restrictions. This is no slap on the wrist. The judge is clearly trying to give Satara one last off-ramp from prison. But notice the strict terms. No working around children, field visits, patch monitoring. The court is throwing her a lifeline, but tying it tightly with conditions. And the key question is, will she hold on or let it slip through again?
Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, from here on out, everything that you do in your life, there are two questions you should ask yourself before doing them. Is this something that could result in me going to prison for life? If the answer is yes, don't do it. The other question you should ask yourself, is this something that may result in me going to prison for the rest of my life? If the answer is yes, don't do it. Do you understand?
I do understand.
I take no joy or pleasure in sending the people to prison. But if it's warranted, I will. And your attorney will tell you I've sent people to prison before. So you have children,
Yes.
you need to look out for them. All right, good luck.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, court is calling 2023 CR 2172, State of Texas versus Satara Portillo. Could I have the parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense?
The attorney of record is Joanne de Hoyos. Joseph Statesman standing in. Ms. Portillo, will you give this court permission for me to do this in place of Ms. de Hoyos?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Portillo, did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Satari B. Portillo who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2023 CR 2172 for the offense of possession with intent to deliver a controlled substance penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams on July 27, 2023 for a period of 8 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Violating condition number 35, on or about the 25th day of March, 2024, in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, Satara P. who then and there failed to follow the TAP recommendations to include inpatient as directed by the court in violation of condition number 35.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Your Honor, state waives all the violations.
Any objections to the state's waivers?
None.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition 35, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation?
And there it is. She pleads true to violating condition 35, failing to attend inpatient treatment. That's not just a technicality, it's the centerpiece of her rehabilitation plan. What's striking here is how calm she is. No tears, no outrage, just quiet acceptance. It almost feels like she saw this coming, but the court doesn't deal in feelings, it deals in facts, and this fact just tipped the scale hard toward incarceration.
Step away for a moment.
We're gonna go back on the record in 2023 CR 2172, State of Texas versus Satara Portillo. Could our parties announce for the record?
Daniel Escobar for the state.
Joseph Statesman, continuing to fill in for Ms. de Hoyos.
All right. The defendant had entered a plea of true to violation of condition number 35. Do you wish to continue with your plea of true in violation of condition number 35?
Yes.
All right, the court will find violation of condition number 35 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
I discussed this with the COO, Ms. Abrams, and ADA Daniel. My client is asking to be continued. We had a recommendation that was a three-way agreement. I understand the court didn't want to follow that. I had proposed something to Daniel. I'm hoping that you would consider this. But just some background a little bit first. Her prior MTR was disposed of February 27th, 2024. But she was booked February 3rd, 2024. So from February 3rd till today, according to the clerk, it's 137 days. So she's had the equivalent of a, not court ordered, but equivalent of a 4-month jail sanction. She will admit, well, she did admit that she refused to sign conditions for inpatient. She's willing to do not just ISF, she's willing to do SAT-F. She's willing to redo all her classes. She's been in jail for quite a long time. That's her own mistake. She admits that she didn't want to sign it. Maybe she was reluctant to, but she thought that she was supposed to get out, have court, and come back and do things, and she never left the jail. And out of frustration, she didn't sign the conditions.
No, I don't think she's a good candidate for probation. She was supposed to sign the conditions, the TAP recommended inpatient treatment, and she didn't do it. So I don't think she should be continuing on probation. She was given opportunity. And counsel, as you just stated, this is not her first motion to revoke. Her previous motion to revoke was on February 27th, as you stated. And there was a violation of condition number 1. And I ordered.
This judge isn't holding back. He calls out Satara's refusal to follow court orders and blames jailhouse advice from fellow inmates for steering her wrong. It's a brutal, yet honest takedown, and here's the kicker. This was her second motion to revoke. In the judge's eyes, she was warned twice and still didn't follow through. At this point, he's not just sentencing her. He's sending a message to anyone else thinking they can ignore court-mandated treatment and get away with it. Powerful stuff.
I know sometimes people get to talking to people at the Bexar County Jail. And when I say people at the Bexar County Jail, I mean other inmates. And they give people advice, and people want to follow the advice of an inmate, not realizing that, guess what? That person is in custody. But I made an order, and we can't do this thing where I order somebody to follow the TAP recommendations, and the TAP says inpatient, and then somebody says, I'm not signing to go to inpatient. And then what ends up happening when reality hits that your range of punishment is 5 to 99 years or life, then people come before the court and they want to say, oh, you know what? I changed my mind. Now I will do inpatient treatment. So that's where we are.
And
I don't
Your
think
Honor,
she's a good candidate.
she's also willing to take a felony conviction, change it from deferred to straight probation. She's willing to do the harsher inpatient treatment program with 0 tolerance. It was a poor decision for her to not sign that. 4 months she's been in here. She's willing to sign this, willing to do this, and even add to these conditions.
I just don't think she's a good candidate. If somebody wants to argue to me why she would be a good candidate for probation, when this is her second motion to revoke, and I ordered her to follow the recommendations of the TAP evaluation, and she didn't want to follow them. But now she does because, I don't know, I guess she thought a motion to revoke would not be filed against her.
Yeah, I didn't know that that's what would result.
Ah,
I
so
thought.
these are called consequences.
Well, Your Honor, also the charge itself, people who are affected with these substances may not make the best decisions in life. To prevent her from reoffending in the future, relapsing, and she's willing to do even more intensive inpatients.
But she's charged with possession with intent to deliver, and I understand that sometimes when people have possession with intent to deliver cases, sometimes they're selling because they're also using. But the amount of methamphetamine she had was 27.980 grams. I don't think probation is appropriate for her. I'm not going to continue on probation. I'm going to revoke her and find her guilty. Does anybody wish to speak to punish her?
Defense would ask for the minimum time, Your Honor, with credit for time served.
All right, I'll sentence her to 5 years in the prison. Give her credit for any time served. And I'll ask for the therapeutic community. I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes.
But you do have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Do you understand?
Yes, please.
All right. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon.
So, what's the final verdict? Satara Portillo has now been sentenced to 5 years in prison. After failing probation, defying court-mandated treatment, and sitting in jail for months, the court has decided, enough is enough. Her story is a painful example of how addiction, misjudgment, and second chances can collide in the worst way. But it's also a wake-up call about the weight of accountability in the justice system. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you agree with the judge's decision? And don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. We've got more real stories coming your way.